Your hybrid vehicle is supposed to be the gold standard for efficiency and reliability, but when the electric coolant pump decides to quit, you are staring down a very serious situation that could end with a melted engine if you're not careful. When your scanner shows a P2600 code, it means the control circuit for coolant pump A is open. This is essentially a fancy way of saying there is a break in the electrical path that allows the engine computer to turn the pump on. In many modern vehicles, especially hybrids from makers like Toyota, Ford, or Honda, these pumps are electric rather than being driven by a belt. This allows the computer to run the pump only when it is needed, which saves energy. But when that circuit opens up, the pump stops moving coolant, and the engine can overheat in a matter of minutes. Usually, the computer will try to compensate by screaming the cooling fans at 100% speed, and you might notice your air conditioning stops blowing cold air because the system is trying to reduce the load on the engine. You should treat this as a severe code. Start your diagnosis by finding the pump, which might be near the front of the engine or tucked away by the wheel well, and check the connector for any signs of melting or that green, crusty corrosion that happens when moisture gets in. If you pull the connector and find the pins are clean, use your volt-ohm meter to check for 12 volts at the power supply wire while the pump is commanded on. If you have 12 volts and a good ground, but the pump is still sitting there doing nothing, then the internal motor of the pump has likely failed, and it is time for a new one. These electric pumps are known to fail internally over time, creating that open circuit the computer is complaining about. Before you go out and buy an expensive new pump or a new computer, always check the relays and fuses first. A simple blown fuse or a stuck relay is often the hidden culprit behind an open circuit code like this. Make sure to wiggle the wiring harness while you are testing to see if the voltage drops out, which would point you toward a frayed wire that only fails when you are driving over bumps. If you do have to replace the brain of the car, remember it will need to be programmed to your specific vehicle, so always make the pump and wiring your first stop.